Hi everybody, Mr. Machado here with another video to help you keep learning from home. I know yesterday's video was a little long, there was a lot of new vocabulary for us to learn, but today we are going to take it easier and we are going to just review something you have already learned. We are going to be talking about grammar. As you know, grammar is a set of rules we use to be able to write words and sentences in a language. In our case, we are learning English in school, so it's very important that we understand how grammar works so we can write sentences the right way. And even to speak or to read and to communicate with other people, it's important for us to understand how to use grammar. So I keep using the word sentences. What is a sentence though? A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought, a complete idea. For me to have a complete sentence, I have to know who and I have to know what. I have to answer those two questions in order for me to have a complete sentence, in order for me to express a complete thought, a whole idea. So let's take a look at this example that I have right here. Oscar is looking at me. That is a complete sentence. There is a complete thought right there. You know who, Oscar, and you know what's happening with him, what's going on. Oscar is looking at me. So it's very important that when you have a complete sentence, you can answer those two questions, even without any pictures. But when it comes to grammar, I have specific words to use instead of saying who, instead of saying what. And we are going to talk a little bit about these words and review that right now. The subject is the who of the sentence. So the subject is who or what the sentence is about. The subject is usually going to be a noun. So it's usually going to be a person, a place, or a thing. Let's take a look at that sentence right there on the bottom. It says, the mouse likes to eat cookies and milk. So who is the sentence about? The subject of that sentence is the mouse. The whole sentence is about him. The predicate is what the subject is, has, or does. So the predicate is that second part of the sentence that talks about the subject, about the who of the sentence. On this example right here, we have the mouse likes to eat cookies and milk. We know that the subject is the mouse. The predicate would be the rest of the sentence, likes to eat cookies and milk. The subject is usually going to be a noun, so a person, a place, or a thing, and the predicate, it's usually going to start with a verb. You most likely are going to have a verb in the predicate. So just to review, for me to have a complete sentence, I have to have the subject and I have to have the predicate together. Let's take a look at the examples on the bottom. It says the dog can run very fast. On that sentence, what is the subject? Who is that sentence about? It's about the dog. So the dog is the subject. And what is the dog doing? What about the dog? What is the predicate? Can run very fast. Excellent. Let's take a look at the last one. The teacher is very nice. Who is that sentence about? That sentence is about the teacher. The teacher is the subject. And what is the predicate? What are they saying about the teacher? Is very nice. So the rest of the sentence would be the predicate, okay? So just a review, for me to have a complete sentence, I need the subject and I need the predicate. But what if I don't have one of those? Let's take a look at this next group of words right here. Fell down and broke. When you read that group of words, do you have all the information you need in order to understand what this is about? Do you know who? Do you know what? If I look at that group of words, I can figure out what happened. Something fell down and broke, but I have something missing. I do not know who or what. I do not know the subject. So we know what happened. We know that something fell down. I don't know what though. I don't know if it was a vase that fell down and broke. I don't know if it was a chair that fell down and broke. It could have been a picture frame that fell down and broke. But I do not know who or what. I do not know the subject. When I have a group of words that has missing information, it's not a complete thought, it's an incomplete thought, I call that a fragment. I'm either missing the who or I'm missing the what, but by reading those words, I don't know the whole story. I don't know the whole thing that's happening. I don't know what's going on. So that is called a fragment. A fragment, it's an incomplete thought. You have some missing information. When I think about the word fragment, I usually imagine dropping something made of glass, a plate, a cup, any other object that's made of glass. What happens when you drop something that's made of glass? That object, that glass, the picture frame, whatever it is going to shatter. Little tiny pieces of glass are going to fall all over the place. Those little tiny pieces of glass are called fragments of glass. A fragment is just a piece. There is something missing. It's not the whole thought. It's not the whole idea. Okay? Now that we just finished reviewing the difference between sentences and fragments, you are ready to do the exit ticket. This is the exit ticket you are going to complete at home. On the right side, you have 15 sentences. We do not know if those are sentences or fragments. It's your job to figure out. You are going to write down sentence if the group of words express a complete thought. You are going to write the word fragment if the group of words do not express a complete thought. So if you're missing some information, that's going to be a fragment, okay? You do not need to copy those sentences on your piece of paper or on Google Classroom. All you have to do is write the numbers from 1 to 15, and then you can write down if that sentence is actually a sentence or if it is a fragment. After you finish number 15, you are done. If you want a challenge, here's the challenge. I want you to try to change all the fragments to a complete sentence. And I'm going to show you an example. Remember the sentence that we talked about earlier? Fell down and broke. That was a fragment. It's not a complete thought. I didn't know what fell down and broke. So in order to change that fragment to a complete sentence, I added a subject. So I changed it to, the candle fell down and broke. Do you see in red that I added the subject right there? So now it's a complete sentence. The candle fell down and broke. Okay? I hope you guys have fun completing this assignment, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Take care.